Hey guys, it's James here from Occult Audio. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this Dev Diary, which is the first in a new series of videos where I try and answer some of the questions you've been asking, keep you up to date with what's going on and just give you a look behind the scenes of what's going on. So if you're new to Occult Audio, we make virtual instruments for composers. And we started out making Kontakt instruments and we've moved to making our own standalone plugins across Windows and across Mac. And we try to find sounds and samples and do things that haven't been done by other people. So what we try and do is be interesting, different, and generally noisy and chaotic, and they're suitable for everyone from professionals to hobbyists, and we've got a real wide range of customers. Really grateful for their support because all the money that comes into the business at the moment goes into developing those next exciting and new products. And later on in this video I'll give you a little look behind the scenes of one of the things that we're working on. So I guess the biggest question that everyone's been talking about of late is what's going to happen with Native Instruments and Kontakt with the news that Native Instruments has gone into preliminary insolvency. Well, I already addressed this in a message to my email subscribers, but I don't think anything's going to change too much at the minute. I don't think we need to worry, and obviously if something else changes, they release a statement, we'll respond to that. But my commitment to our customers is if you can't use your Kontakt instruments that you bought with us because something happens to Native Instruments, we will give you, without charging you any money, a standalone version of that product. And we've already begun working on those, and you'll see some of the work on that a bit later in the video. And I think that's right, that's fair. You bought a product. At that time, we chose to use that ecosystem to provide that product. That ecosystem no longer exists. You should still be able to use that product. It really irks me as a customer when I've bought things in the past and I've been forced to upgrade and change and do something different because a company's changed ecosystem or done something else. So look, bear with us. We are bringing everything over and everything across. And likewise, even if we do that, all the original Kontakt instruments will be available for you to use as well. So best of both worlds. You'll be able to use it in Kontakt, you'll be able to use it standalone. So let's dive into what's going on behind the scenes and what we're working on at the moment. Right, I'm back indoors now. So yeah, let me show you what we are working on. So look, it's very much still in development. So everything's rough, things are half working. There's not so much sound on it in a minute. So the focus really at the moment is having a consistent UI across everything we're going to update. So particularly from bringing the Kontakt instruments up to date into standalones, and we've just been playing around this week also testing with something a lot of people have asked for, but I won't talk about that now. But so yes, in general we found that everyone likes this kind of size of UI, which is about 1000 by 600, something like that. Obviously we're going to get company branding and things on there, things that people have talked about really positively. The preset browser is one of them. So in general, the way that works with the toolbar and the next and previous buttons, that's being bought in standard across all instruments. But the biggest thing we've been trying to work on, obviously, we've sort of had very much one panel instruments where you are just adding more and more stuff onto the screen, which I think is fine. It's not complicated, but we've just been trying to move to a bit of a more professional model. So instead of having the kind of metering system that's up here, that was up here with the settings menu, we've now got a series of buttons that deal with some things. So the home is the main panel, so whatever the main focus of the instrument is, whatever it needs to do. In this example, we've got a bit of an XY pad that's being worked on for something, as you can see. Very exciting. Then the next panel is maybe levels. In this particular instrument, we're building a system where you can add your own samples to an instrument. So we've been kind of working on getting the coding and everything ready for you to be able to drop your own files and for the instrument to store them in a sensible place and be able to record them so that if you save a preset, it can still bring those files back. Again, then an FX panel that will be there, and then standardizing the settings panel again so it looks a lot cleaner, it's a lot more sensible. So just like before, some CPU, RAM monitoring, voices. You've got zoom, so you can change if it suits you and you need to see it big. You can change what hard drive you're streaming your samples from, change the maximum number of voices. You can clear any CC data that you've saved on the instrument by clicking it. If it's a sample-based instrument, with samplers, you can change the sample folder location if you need to relocate it. And then these are just little extra things, so you can go click and jump straight to the website, click and jump straight to YouTube. Now, what we needed to do, any instrument that allows you as a user to put your own audio files in needs a way for you to a base way for you to be able to manage some of that stuff. So at the minute, the very preliminary system is if you need to be able to recall or clear space, delete something that you need to delete, you can click this and it will bring up this little pop-up window that will tell you it's not a great idea to remove the samples because it might ruin some of the presets that you've made, and that will be the problem. If you've saved a preset with that particular file, that preset will load, but there's going to be something missing from it. Obviously you can say okay, and it will take you to where your samples are stored and what you've got in there. I've just got these great war horn sounds from Negatist Audio. They're great. I like to use them all the time. And at the minute, that's a very base system to allow you to store that, whilst we then work out designing an actual in-plugin system of you being able to view and load what's in there. So that's what we're kind of working on at the moment, just getting this UI a lot cleaner so that the toolbar is consistent at the top across the panels, and then you can navigate easily with these momentary buttons that are coming. And then you can see also you can have control. So this one that's being built for kind of, in theory, this instrument would allow you as a user to drop in 4 different samples of your choice. Buttons here to loop, reverse, enable pitch shifting, to clear the file that's loaded so you can load another one. ADSR controls here. There's going to be a meter for each one in here, and then an audio waveform for you to be able to make any changes that you might want to make there, and start, stop, whatever else. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep it clean, keep it organized, keep it the same. So if you buy an instrument from us, you're used to its layout, you're used to where everything is, and it's quick and simple for you to just dive in, start working with it. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on at the moment. Thank you for watching. It's been an insane period of growth for us, and I'm really grateful for all the support customers and people give us. So a couple of things to say. If you're new to us, go and download Obscura, our free instrument, to get a feel for what we're about and the kind of sounds that we make. It's free, no catch. Sign up for the newsletter, get it for free. You literally don't need Kontakt, don't need anything else. Standalone product, get it for free. I'm always on the lookout for new testers. We've got a team of testers who give up their time in exchange for a copy of the final product to test it for us. But obviously, you know, sometimes they have other things on, they've got other commitments. So sometimes we're always looking for extra people. And it'd be great to have a few more testers on board. So if that's something that interests you, get in contact. In the meantime, definitely, if you're not signed up, sign up for the mailing list, get yourself some offers, go check out some of our videos, check out some of our products, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.